Trust, yeah. Competition looking hella washed. But you said you ain't tricks, man, I got what you drove. Yeah, looking at the game, it's looking hella toss. Yeah, running circles round it while they're trying to cross. Yeah, fast creative players, I want 10 of those. Yeah, this year I'm playing, smashing hella pros. Yeah, about to witness one tactical masterclass. Yeah, you gon' get embarrassed if you dare pose.
Lego Padme FC is by far the greatest team the world has ever seen, and it's Lego Padme. Trust me, man. Yeah, we're actually kind of screaming. We're getting the racks in. The squad battles rewards. We got Elite 1. I didn't actually finish all of the games. I just played about 30 or maybe 25, something like that, games. Getting the Elite 1. Easy racks. You know, we don't have the effort to complete squad battles every single time. I'm sorry, like, it can't be done. I know, obviously, there's a lot of investors in the club and stuff that are saying we should be going for those top placements in squad battles, you know, every single week. But at the end of the day, our main kind of targets that have been set out by Lego Padme and by the board of directors is just to do well in FUT Champs. And not just do well, hopefully get... I mean, they're saying, like I say, they're saying top 200, man, at some point. And if we're going to do that, we need to become a big presence. And if we're going to become a big presence, we need to get the racks in. And that's why you're seeing the 579k. And hopefully we can pack some in here that makes it go up a little bit, you know. Maybe get a bit more racks. What are we saying, man? What are we actually saying? Jordi Alba. I mean, it's not too bad. I actually thought for a second there it might have been someone really sexy. But Jordi Alba's still going for some coins. And at the end of the day, would take the 20k or whatever. Rakitic. Not really selling for bank. He's not, but, you know, every little piece of coins, every little helps type thing. No Tesco shoutouts or anything like it's actually... Mind you, I'm actually looking hungry. I don't know if they got the bird's eye fish fingers or something. Like, man, it's the chips and the... not even the nuggets this time. I'm actually looking for a fish finger Sane, like Leroy Sane type vibe. So, we're actually using the same team as we did in the previous week. So, the board of directors, they didn't want to spend. But I've gone to and I've said, you know... If we're going to achieve these kind of results, you know, getting top 200 or whatever, the kind of stupid results that they're laying out in front of me saying, you know, we can get this. We need the team to actually back that. You know, we actually need a good enough team to go out there and get that result. So I said, you know, where's the money? Where's the rags? And they're not paying up at all. They've just decided, you know what, lad, like, you've got to play with the same team. And I just don't know if I'm happy with that. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I'm happy with that. But that's the thing, though, is that we've actually got to get a result. Like, this is a bit of a challenge. We're getting into our first game here, getting a win. Said no one ever. That's actually a little spoiler, but we're 1-0 up, man. Is what I meant to say. I've given it away. That's my bad. I'm literally, like, flipping, what's his name, Spider-Man or whatever. The actor for Spider-Man just giving away everything that happens in the Avengers films. They're shocking films anyway. Low-key, people are going to get pissed off for that. So, we get a win in our first game. You know, it's all really looking good at this point. Lego Padme's looking pleased. She's sat there in the FUT Champions Stadium. Like, it's actually a really nice stadium. The seats aren't that bad. Actually, now I come to think of it, it's not even a good stadium compared to ours. Because I'm just thinking back home, the lumber support seats, the best seats in the house, fantastic views, air fresheners, anything, you name it. Free Starburst at half-time, Skittles if need be. Everything. And, you know, you go to the FUT Champions Stadium. Yes, it is obviously a bit of a daunting task and a bit of a atmosphere to the place. But I realised recently the crowd are all CGI. They're not even real. I mean, I was shocked. I was actually really shocked. They looked real. They looked like the genuine thing. And I was getting super intimidated. And then all of a sudden you're just kind of like, oh, like, that's literally just a green screen. Well, how the hell have I not seen that? So, yeah, I don't know. It's perhaps not as daunting for these players anymore. They seem to be getting quite comfortable, almost like they too have actually realised, because I didn't tell them, but I think they must have actually realised that the crowd are completely green screened and they're just sort of playing out of their skin. Look at them go. Look at them go. I can just sit back, playing my Nintendo Game Boy or something, you know, Game Boy Color, playing Pokemon, just some old-ass Pokemon games to make it look like I'm a complete kind of... I don't know, like I don't really know. I'm not with the times type thing, because people are going to be like, oh, where's your Nintendo Switch? And because I'm using a Game Boy Color, they're going to think, oh, perhaps he doesn't know anything about tactics. Perhaps he doesn't know anything about the modern game. Perhaps he's just playing a 4-4-2. You know, he's back in the past type thing. But, you know, behind my Game Boy Color is actually a little tactical sheet. And trust me, what's on there is twice what any of these players that we're playing against will ever see. You know, these lads are coming up against us with, ironically, the 4-4-2. They're just looking like a bunch of Muppets, a bunch of frauds. And I'm actually looking forward to watching that Muppets film at Christmas. It's going to be banging, man, like Muppets Christmas. But, yeah, these guys, they're looking shocking. You can tell that they're just not well set up again. Look at that, the counter-attack. Now, best believe, like, some of the people on my bench are, like, relatively good at tactical analysis breakdowns, like B. Backhouse. And he'd be laughing at what he's just seen there. I mean, like I say, I've said this many a time, and I hate to reiterate, but he finishes bronze all the time. But I don't think even he's going to hold a high line as stupid as that one. As we go 2-1 down then, so maybe we look like a bit of a tactical fraud at this point. Gelson Martins, he's got to help me out now, because now my reputation's on the line. Lorente going down the right side. Gives it across to Felix. Down he goes. Nice and easy. That's what we like. Honestly, like, you just have to get players. Like, often, you know, when you're watching, like, interviews of managers saying, like, oh, it's not just about the talent, it's about the character. They're missing out on one other trait. It's how good you can actually dive. Like, how convincing can you make that dive? And it is quite a technique to learn. And I think some people, you know, we talk about talent. That is actually kind of a talent. Like, some players naturally just know how the physics work to such an extent that they can replicate that exact kind of what would have happened if he would have actually got some contact with me there. And unfortunately, Aubameyang on their team seems to know how to do it as well. And he's managed to bag himself a penalty in the 83rd. Lego Padme, I could see her, man. She was looking stressed. I don't know how a Lego figure can look so kind of visibly stressed, but trust me, she was. 83rd minute, and I was really scared. I was hiding behind my coat. And it was nice and warm in there. I don't know why it was so cold in this flipping FUT Champions stadium. Especially seeing it's about 30 degrees centigrade outside. But they decided to... I don't know what it is. They just had like some stupid air conditioning on in here. I was freezing. And these lads just taking legs. They're taking names. I don't know what's happened, man. I'm actually... At this point, I'm screaming. I am screaming like Eder Militao. What the hell are you doing? You absolute fraud. You're with them, you know, you're with the 4-4-2s. You're with the crazies. You're with the freaks. And they missed a penalty because this guy didn't know how the flipping head movement works. He clearly didn't know how to move his flipping head. And he hits it straight at me. And for some reason, the recording cut after that, which is becoming a theme of this flipping road to glory. I don't know why it keeps happening, but with the red card, we literally win the game in extra time. He just wasn't a good player. Anyone that doesn't know about the penalty kick. I mean, it is a stupid thing to say, but, you know, if you don't know about the penalty kick head movement, then there's probably quite a lot of stuff that you don't know about in terms of the meta and all of that. You know, as much as we don't use the meta, there are certain annoying things like that which you kind of have to know, unfortunately, you know, because if you just don't know that, you're going to get your penalties saved pretty much 9 times out of 10. So, yeah, pretty peak for him. 2-0 in the next game, and it's looking a bit shaky. I'm looking at the ref here. And as I'm looking, Nick Brez, my guy Nicholas Breslin, is already sprinting at him, but he fell over and he literally slid like along. You know, like those when it's in the summer and you've got like that long stretch of whatever it is, like it's like a water slide, but it's like a flat slide. It's like one of them, and I've just seen him slide because the grass is so wet. He's just slid all the way along, smashed his head on a bloody goalpost. He had to go home sick. He just wasn't feeling so good. He's just. I don't know, man. Neither was the goalpost either, but that's low-key. So, we're going, 4-1. We've actually done really well there. I mean, we're what, 4-0 in terms of the record. And this guy's saying sorry about the lag. I'm not sure it's a flipping lag that you've got to be sorry about. I think it's actually the amount of maybe FIFA points that you've splashed on your freaking team that have actually caused me to have to really stress against the likes of Ronaldo and all of that. So... I think that's what you should really be sorry for being a sad little pay-to-win freak. Joking, man. I'm joking. For anyone that actually does pay, you know, my friend Geezy pays money on the game and stuff like that. Like, actually nothing against you. You know, if that's what you choose to spend your money on, then fair enough, man. I mean, there's worse things to spend your money on, I'm not going to lie. But at the end of the day, we're taking down the fraud. So, Ousmane Dembele getting the second goal, making it 2-1. Look at that. We're getting it down the line. And this guy's thinking, oh, Pats is going to sit out to half time. I've got other plans, mate. Believe me, I've got other plans. I've got other plans this year. They're thinking I'm just going to be down in Gold 1 Elite. We're going top 200. Best believe. And the fans know too. They're celebrating. So 3-1. As we get a semi-copyright tune blazing through the earbuds. My goodness me, that was close. I was about 1 second away from a channel strike. So, what is that, Bielsa? I've just seen it's got Bielsa. This could be a bit of a tactical masterclass on their side. And actually, somebody in the comments was actually saying that I should do some Bielsa tactics. Which should actually be a great idea, to be fair, because he's a fantastic tactical manager. You've seen what he's able to do with Leeds. It's quite incredible. So, but the thing is, I've not actually looked much into his tactics. I've seen some tactical analysis kind of breakdowns of some of his pressing patterns and stuff like that, which seem actually very kind of based on the game. I mean, well, to be fair, pressing patterns and stuff often are based on who you're playing against, but, you know, he seems like a very good kind of adaptive manager. So, anyway, Llorente giving it to your boy Gelson Martins going down that right-hand side. What's he going to do? Plays it across Usman Dembele. It's looking nice. So, CGI fans are loving it. So, that's one thing I do need to mention is, yes, they may have green screens, but our fans, I can legitimately say, are all real. Half of them are Lego figures, though. But, you know, take the other half, and they're actually very much alive and kicking at times. So, we've got 9 minutes left. Was it 9 minutes? What am I on about? 9 hours of the tournament. And, you know, it's getting scary because it's late at night. It's really late at night. And this is when a lot of sweaters come out to play. Like, low-key, we're on here late at night because it's usually less laggy at this time of night. That's why I play at this kind of later time. Is because we don't want that delay. That's just adding a bit more RNG, which I could do without, I tell you, for fun. So Vinicius Jr. going down the left-hand side. What's he going to do? Usman Dembele. He gets it across. I mean, this is actually top play because the thing is that this formation, the 3-1-4-2, what I found is that we're able to relatively easily kind of dominate the midfield because we're sacrificing, like I say, I think I've said this in the past, but, you know, we're basically just sacrificing a bit of a defence to have a bit more power in that midfield. And I really like the fact that it enables me to put someone like Luka Modric, because we've got other midfielders doing a lot of the kind of defensive duties, is it allows us to bring in somebody like Luka Modric who's really creative on the ball and can get those chances. He can pick something out of nothing. João Felix, he's turning up again. He's at it again. What an absolute legend. I mean, I don't know, his card doesn't really seem anything too special. It doesn't seem like ridiculous. But I don't know, something about that Maestro Chem style just seems to have come good for him. It really does. So we're up against another clean team in a 4-3-3. We are actually kind of eyeing up a lot of the strategy and stuff like that. And one thing I did actually forget to mention is that our current manager at the moment is actually Jose Mourinho. And I mean, some of you might be thinking, why don't you get Pep Guardiola or anything like that? Just happens to be the first manager that we got for the club. There's no real kind of story behind that. He is just the first manager we managed to get for the club. And he secured us an Elite 2 win last weekend. So the board of directors aren't exactly in a hurry to get rid of him, you know. So, yeah, we're going to keep him for now. He seems to be doing a pretty stellar job. So, yeah, we just got to continue and hope that he's actually going to be good enough for the club and see if he can get a good result for us, obviously, in the weekend that you're seeing right now, which is week 2 of FUT Champions. Alan giving it to your boy, man. This is where we're starting to look a little bit exposed at times in these little gaps. And we've had to, you know, I think it's when the CDM's not quite around. The centre mids aren't dropping enough, so they just had a lot of space between the midfield and the defence there to operate. They've managed to win the free kick and obviously get that cheesy little goal, but they're actually picking us apart. And this goal in particular here, I've actually said, you know, fair enough. Sometimes you do have to hold your hands up. I saw the manager peeking. He was peeking across. He had little binoculars looking at my strats. I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know whether that's just been a bit insecure, but I'm pretty sure he was looking at my freaking strats because the guy's found all the pockets that are possible at times. You know, he's pickpocketed me and sent me to the shops, but we get a goal back and we're looking to fight. You know, this is very much, of this case, a tactical battle. This is tactical warfare. So, I don't even know, like, who's going to win is the question at this point. Because, I don't know, some of the people that I've got on my side, you know, Gizu Genius has actually tactically, like, solid. Mbirchy Backhouse, pressing's all right. Other than that, pretty freaking shambolic. And I don't know whether this was part of his strategy there, having a centre-back just not competing in the air for a flipping cross. I don't know why Semedo has not got that. And best believe I told him all about it after the game. And I changed the camera angle. I actually changed where I was sitting in the stands. I wanted a better view of the game. Because I was thinking, this is just getting out of hand. I need to have like a bird's eye view. So I went and climbed up some stairs and sat next to some CGI fans. And still couldn't get a result. So yeah, we lose that game. And that's our first loss. And that's quite a disappointing one. And in a press conference, I think a lot of people caught onto the fact that I was looking pretty freaking depressed. I really didn't want that loss. And it came early against, I would say, mediocre player, but he actually had his strategy kind of sorted out. And I think, really, it's just quite embarrassing for myself. I think I've definitely got to delve into the books. It's kind of a humbling point in time where you realise you really do have to delve back into the books and get the strats going again. Because I think at this point I'm kind of questioning my own strats and perhaps questioning Jose Mourinho's strats, to be fair, who's actually our manager on the front cover type thing, whereas we're doing all the work behind the scenes at times. So Marco Reus gets the goal and he's slotted at top bins. It's a little bit scary, but this is when you need the characters. Eder Militao has responded after a shambolic game and getting a red card in one of the previous games. He's managed to come up with a header. And that's the thing, those kind of goals are just massive. And all of a sudden, it's almost like, I don't know, the floodgates just sort of opened. The tsunami's coming in hot because we score one goal. And hang on a minute, we're 4-1 up. You know, we're 4-1 up in the space of almost seconds after. And everyone in the stands is just kind of wondering, all the actual conscious people in the stands, there isn't many of them, are just like, how on earth has that just happened? Like, how on earth has it gone from, you know, a deadlock game to 4-1 in that kind of space? And I think that really shows when we're playing at our absolute best what we can do. We can really hurt teams. We can really hurt them at times. And Ousmane Dembele catching them cold, freezing on the counter-attack there. Ousmane Dembele is in the middle with Vinicius Jr. just looking to go down the left-hand side. Ousmane Dembele here looks to play João Felix. What's he going to do? Tries to get a bit of room. This is just sexy. And this is the kind of footy, like, this is what I've been training for. I've actually been saying to the lads, some of the goals, you know, fair enough, they're good goals. But they're not even what we've been training. I can't even take any credit. I need credit. It's all me, man. So, yeah, I just said, you know, get some goals that I can actually get credit for. I need to be in the news. I need my face on the front cover. It needs to be all me. And it was just scoring goals themselves, all just individual little efforts. I don't like that. I don't like them being at the forefront, you know. So that's just how it is. We've got Immobile, Dybala up top as well for him. So he's going down the right-hand side of Di Maria, and he's actually done a lovely bit of footwork. He's just sent my defender to the shops. Fireworks go up in the air. It's actually hit one of my fans in the eye. I've actually filed a complaint for that one. I wasn't happy with that at all. I don't know why we've got stupid fireworks at this FUT Champions stadium. So hopefully the money that I get from that lawsuit is actually going to be able to get me maybe a good team, because this team's looking pretty dire at times. Modric gives it to your boy Vinicius, who's just doing a 1-2 with Ousmane Dembele. Looking for a bit of skills once again. I don't know why he's doing all this individual rubbish. Ousmane Dembele, though, actually, tell you what, I got to give that to him. He's just, the players come across him, and he's just said, you want it? Here you go. Oh. And off he goes. And he sends him to his shops. So, Ousmane Dembele, this time going down the left. My goodness. I think what he's actually done there is he's expecting me to cut in and then finesse it with the right foot. And I think finesse shots are a little bit easier for the auto blocks that a lot of defenders seem to know how to do right now. It's kind of an OP power move that's been added to the universe. And it's just kind of breaking the whole universe, just like Force Heal, to the extent that it was in the new Star Wars film, Rise of Skywalker. Let's not talk about that absolute shambles. So Ousmane Dembele looking to get it on his right foot. Hello. Very, very sexy. And that's the thing. The guy can do it on his right or left. Pick a side. The guy can do it. Pick a foot. Any foot, man. And he actually got some sick new boots at sportsdirect.com, UK's #1. And he's decided to get different boots on different feet. Just for the vibe. I said, why? If you got a Skechers on your right boot, and he just, like a Skechers right boot, and he just said, it's just vibey, lad. And at first I thought it was a bit cringy saying that, the fact that it's a Skechers boot, but I'm just like, fair enough, like, that is actually kind of jokes. So, yeah, Mendy going down this left side, gives it to your boy Luka Modric, Ousmane Dembele, looks for the space, and this is another one where the guy thinks that I'm going to cut in and finesse, he's looking to get that block away. Not today, lad. Not today. Grow up. Really, just grow up. So Vinicius Jr. bangs. Absolute bangs. I mean, look at that, man. It's looking sick. The weekend league's looking sexy. It's looking tasty. And we're absolutely demolishing it. So, chaps and chappets, that's going to be the end of this episode. Make sure to tune into the next one to see how we get on in the next set of games. My goodness me. Just set up the lineup in a 4-3-3. Yeah, squad in A380s, we on tour, my G.